today, oh yeah, it's gonna get real because I'm talking about money. And money is something that, for most of my life, I closed my eyes when I was dealing with it. When I first started doing YouTube, I walked away from my travel nursing job, which I was making 6 figures a year. I'm gonna be totally transparent, go over my reasons why I walked away from travel nursing, and talk about my YouTube journey and what I've made on YouTube so far. Did I make a big mistake? I'm on a walk with the dogs right now and it's starting to drizzle a little bit, so we're gonna go back to the camper and finish this conversation. Okay, I made it inside and it just started pouring. So we made it just in time. The dogs get so terrified during storms. I feel so bad for them. But I'm nice and cozy in my little camper with a cup of tea, and I'm ready to talk to you guys. Hot. If you don't know me, my name is Kim Ann. I travel in this truck camper with my 2 dogs, Ron and Lilo. I left my life in 2020 and started trying to live the dream. And at first, I was travel nursing. Now, travel nursing pays amazing money. It really does. It solved an issue where I was totally burnt out of full-time hospital nursing. I did it for over 20 years. I felt like it was sucking the life out of me. So with travel nursing, I can make great money. I'm only there temporary. I don't have to get into all the politics and the gossip, and I can come in, take care of the patients, do my job, get my paycheck, and leave, and then do some more traveling. I had a tendency to pick high-paying jobs. I figured if I was going to give my time and energy, that I want a job that's going to pay me a lot of money. So my last job paid me $4,000 a week, which to me, that's a lot of money. My last year of full-time travel nursing, I was making over 6 figures. But there's a reason why they're paying you that much money. It's usually high-stress, trauma 1 level hospitals, which I didn't really have an issue with that, but there's a lot of bullying, there's a lot of resentment. It wasn't where I really wanted to be. I was totally burnt out. The 13 weeks I spent at a contract, I was in a campsite somewhere in a city that I didn't want to be in. My little dogs were inside this tiny camper for 10, 12, 14 hours a day. Crazy. I mean, I tried to pay people to come walk them. They wouldn't go out with them. I threw pee pads down. They didn't even use the pee pads. How do dogs do that? They're incredible. I don't know. I would explode if I didn't go to the bathroom for 14 hours. 14 hours was just once when I was on call. Usually it was like 10 to 12 hours, which is crazy. I wanted to live my life with joy and travel and meet people and spend quality time with friends and family. And I wasn't doing that. I was making a lot of money, but I wasn't doing that. And it started to affect my health. I started having a lot of anxiety, not being able to sleep, having a lot of physical symptoms, GI issues, joint pain. And when I left nursing, all of that went away. Nursing is a high burnout career, and there's a reason why. Well, in 2023, I was on a nursing contract. My contract was canceled halfway through because the tides were changing in the travel nursing world. There's a lot of ups and downs in travel nursing. At that time, they were paying you a lot more money. COVID, crazy money. Crazy money. It goes up and down. Right now it's lower than where it was in 2023 when I left that travel nursing job. Well, they canceled my contract early because they didn't want to pay me the contracted amount. They said I can sign a new contract if I agreed to get paid less money. I wasn't comfortable with that. Why did I sign a contract in the first place? I decided to walk away and not sign that contract. After a couple days of dark night of the soul, trying to figure out my life, I decided to do what I've been wanting to do for the past 5 years, which was travel and vlog and do YouTube. So I felt like this was fate. This was the moment. So I took out my camera, which was my phone because I didn't have a camera, didn't have a mic, didn't know what I was doing. And I vlogged my travels back to Florida to see my parents for Easter. If you're enjoying my content and you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. It helps me out so much. I saw that 81% of you that watch my videos aren't subscribed, which is actually pretty good because last week it was 83%. So thank you to all of you who subscribed. And yes, I am standing in my tiny little camper bathroom. I had to teach myself how to edit, and it's so funny that some of my shots were in portrait mode, so my face is so close to the camera, because when you're shooting YouTube, you have to shoot in landscape. I didn't know that. So lo and behold, I birthed this first video thinking no one was going to watch it. I ended up getting 60,000 views, and I was monetized within 10 days. Now, to be monetized on YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I was going to give myself a year with YouTube to try to get monetized and to try to see if I can make it a full-time thing. I was like, wow, this is fate. People actually want to hear my story. I felt like I was this little girl who was always hiding from the world. I wanted to be invisible. And here I am throwing myself on one of the largest social media platforms in the world, telling my truth, and people are watching me. That was a huge life moment. Thank you. I thought, this is the answer to my prayers. I'm gonna do YouTube and replace my full-time salary. And what I got was a rude awakening, because YouTube doesn't work like that. I guess there are some people that get rich quick on it. That is very, very rare. I believe that it's more of a marathon than a sprint. It takes time to get monetized. It takes time to get recognized. You have to continually develop your craft, and I knew nothing. I was starting from zero. You have to deal with a lot of things coming in. You're putting your life out there. So there are a lot of amazing, well-meaning people that resonate with you and will give you inspiration. But then also it opens the door to people who are going to criticize you. And a few times along the way, I stumbled because somebody said something that triggered me, and I went down a rabbit hole of, why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself out there? And, you know, took a couple days, came back out and made another video. But it wasn't linear for me. I had to keep coming back to Florida to help my parents. If anyone's following me, you know that my parents passed 2 months ago. Right now, I'm actually in this campground that I stay at when I came back here to help them. And I spend a lot of time in this campground. And it's not the nicest campground, but the people are wonderful. I have electric, I have water. There's no sewer in the spot I'm in right now. But I just learned to be grateful and to know that everything is temporary. I mean, in life, everything's temporary, right? I'm not going to be in this spot for the rest of my life. I'm only here for 12 days and then I'm going on to my next adventure. Okay, let's get back to YouTube. So in 2023, I made 20 long videos and 15 short videos. I make all of my money basically on long videos. I've made a couple dollars maybe on short videos. I got 4,400 subscribers, 1,888,000 views, and I made a total of $752. But it was a start. I was making money, and I thought when I first did this, I wasn't going to make any money for at least a year. And here I'm making money, but not a lot to live on. So I don't really recommend what I did. Just walk away from everything and do YouTube as your main gig from day one. I had money saved up, so I knew if I didn't go back to work for a couple of years and gave this a good go, I would be okay. So that was the situation I was in, and I made that calculated risk. 2023, there were a lot of ups and downs. I got triggered, but I grew so much. And it made me realize that other people's judgment is about them. People are our sacred mirrors. And when we see other people, we're reflecting what is inside us, what is inside our experiences, our emotions, our past hurts or joys, whatever. So that is one huge thing from riding that roller coaster that I learned and took back to life, is that it's not personal. And it doesn't mean that sometimes I don't get triggered, but my negative comments are few and far between. Most people that watch me are amazing, supportive, inspirational, and there are a few that get on there and give me a negative comment, but that's to be expected. So let's go into 2024. 2024 was a tough year. I spent the majority of the year in Florida because my parents' health was declining. I got a new grandbaby, so that was an amazing thing that happened. I got to spend time in the Southwest when other people were staying with my parents, with my daughter and son-in-law and Cece, my new grandbaby. But then I had to come back to Florida and live with my parents full time because their health was really declining. So 2024, I got 649,000 views. I made 23 videos. I gained 3,000 subscribers, and I made a total of $2,221.63. I was making more money. My channel was growing, and that's what it takes in YouTube. It takes tenacity to keep going. I've never had my own business. The averages in business is it takes 2.5 years to 3 years to show a profit. And I was already making money. In 2024, I made a profit. So not very much, but I did. So far in 2025, I made 2 videos. So I'm just going to give you my stats to date. I've gotten almost 896,000 views and 9,000 subscribers. YouTube pays you through your views, not through your subscribers, through the amount of views you have. And it varies. It depends on what your niche is. I am people and blogs. Different niches pay more money than other ones. I think the top paying niches were gaming, financial, relationship, health, and I don't really fall into any of those. Personal growth, maybe. Grand total of lifetime YouTube income is $3,230.03. Also, to be transparent, I've also made money through affiliate marketing. That's just the links that I put in my description. If you click on one of those links and you make a purchase, I get a little bit of change from your purchase. It doesn't cost you any money. You're just helping me out. With Amazon to date, I've made $29.04. I did a couple of videos for Fire Maple, and that's when I've made the most on. With Fire Maple, I did 2 ads for them. One was for a lantern and one was for like an outdoor cooking system. And to date, I made $56.17 from Fire Maple. My top video was about going to a clothing optional hip camp. It was just kind of on a whim. I was looking for a place to stay and it was close by. So I booked it that day and got there, and nobody was there. But the whole point of it was to get out of your comfort zone, to do something novel, because that is what slows down your life. That is what improves your life. And that video, to me, blew up. That video has gotten 488,000 views. And my second video, top video, is one I did about why I live in a truck camper. And my third top video is the first video I've ever done about a 58-year-old woman leaves everything and lives in a truck camper. And surprisingly, my next 2 are the ones I just did in January. That touches my heart because I was just very vulnerable and totally open in those videos. Another way I made money was through super thanks and super chats from very, very kind subscribers that wanted to show their gratitude to me, which I appreciate so much. Super thanks is when they'll give me a donation through comments, and super chats is when they do it through a chat on a live stream. I've done 3 live streams. Live streams scare me, but that's why I need to do more. So for super thanks and super chats, I made $63. And YouTube takes 30% of that. So it wasn't actually $63. Thank you so much to Robert S., James, and Debbie for giving those contributions to me. I really, really appreciate it. So my key takeaway about this whole YouTube journey, was it worth it? I told you how much I made. To put it in perspective, when I was travel nursing, I made more than that in 1 week of travel nursing. And here it is, 20 months of doing YouTube. Would I do it again? Well, I would not recommend leaving your full-time job unless you have the income to support yourself, because YouTube is a road. For the majority of creators, if you're determined, it's going to take grit and it's going to take time. I did not really realize that going in. I just kind of jumped in, and I'm glad I didn't realize it because it might have discouraged me. It's been an amazing road. It really has. I mean, there's been struggles, but there's been a lot of ups, and it's added so much to my life. So my key takeaway from this is I think YouTube is an incredible platform that anyone can come on here. All you need is your smartphone, and you can go on and talk to the world. It's allowed me to have more self-acceptance, more self-confidence, more love for humanity, and connection for humankind. And it's fulfilling my life purpose, because I felt like my life purpose has always been to help people, to inspire people. I've had a lot of struggles in my life, and I just want to share them with people and hope that I can just help one person make a positive change in their life. I'm going to keep traveling and vlogging and talking to whoever wants to hear my babbling. It fills my heart. It warms my soul. And it keeps me learning. I'm continually learning this stuff and meeting people who are also putting themselves out there, and meeting amazing subscribers who want to connect with me. So I'm going to keep doing it. So what do you think? Was it worth it? Was I crazy from walking away from travel nursing, which was bringing in over $100,000 a year? I mean, when I say it out loud, it sounds insane, but I really think it saved my life. It gave me a life purpose that is bigger than myself. And
It's filled me with so much love and connection. And I thank you guys so much. And remember to be kind, especially to yourself. And I'll see you on the road on my next video.